Hey, YouTube. Well, let me see a show of hands. How many people believe, R. Kelly fans included, that R. Kelly has helped his case by doing this interview? Let's see your hands. I can't raise mine because I don't want to be confused. I don't want to be misconstrued. It made no damn sense to this dude to go and do this crazy ass interview when he is up, jumping around the stage and crying like a baby. Listen, I don't know who R. Kelly's handlers are. What kind of attorney is he getting? Cut rate attorneys? What what sense does this make? This child actually believed that he was going to go before Gayle King and the American public and convince them that everyone who has made allegations against him, every person who's ever said that he has inappropriate relationships with young girls, all the employees who've come forward, everybody, they all got together in a big meeting and told this and compiled this lie. They said we're all going to say that he married Aaliyah. He had sex with Aaliyah. She was underage. I mean, it's documented. All right, let me catch my breath. Forgive the banging and hammering, people. The people are replacing my windows today, so it may get extremely loud since I'm sitting in front of a window in a minute here. But R. Kelly, do I think his tears were real, although I didn't see the actual water? Yeah, he should be crying. There's a lot to cry about. This man has had this gilded life, properties, fast cars, traveling the world, fans, his music, work, a lifetime of work. All of that is being thrown away, and he's going to be in a cell. How big are those cells? About 10 by 12, something like that. 10 by 14, I think. Anyway, he's going to be in the cell quite possibly for the rest of his life. Will you cry? You going from everybody kissing your ass, everybody working for you, and you being the boss and all this. You're going from that into this cell for probably the rest of your life. Would you cry? Of course he's emotional, but that should not have happened on television. Even the commentators there on CBS would say, why did he do this? She even asked him, one of her first questions is, why are you doing this? People don't have compassion for R. Kelly. I don't know who he thought he was going to sway. But I got to tell you, I don't think anybody's going to feel that he's less guilty because of that interview. Unless they are just such hardened fans. They just choose to believe whatever he says. But anybody who's trying to be at all honest, they're going to say, okay, this man has done this. He's done this for years and years and years and years. And in fact, we've been talking about it for years and years and years and years. And he went to court and got acquitted years and years and years and years ago. And he went right back and did the same damn thing. And he didn't do it once. He did it over and over and over and over and over. I mean, R. Kelly, bless his heart, I believe in redemption. I believe people being redeemed, but I think that he has so little control over his perversions. I think if he could stop it, he would have stopped it. It's like the serial killer. They say they kill half a dozen people. Why didn't they just stop and disappear? They couldn't. They couldn't stop until they were caught. Pedophilia, they say that it's a lifetime struggle. You don't stop until you're caught. And he is caught. Unfortunately, he's not caught where he's going to go and do a few years and get back out and start his life over again as a senior man, which probably he would have more control than he did as a young man. He's not going to experience that. He's done something that's going to put him away forever. And yes, I can speak from about being in prison. It's one thing if you're convicted of murder and you put in prison for the rest of your life. You kind of figure that's going to go along with it. You get caught, right? This guy is dying of 1,000 paper cuts. I mean, it's just so many stories, so many allegations. And I think the key thing is he got away. Ask OJ about getting away. You got away, Robert, and you went back. You did the exact same damn thing. Now they got I know they had kidnapping charges and all this kind of stuff, but I don't know about the harem part. I don't know. I mean, it depends on how you define that. If the person is underage, then they're not the age of legal consent, right? So they may think like, oh, I'm just a groupie. Oh, I'm just hanging out with R. Kelly. I'm just, they might not even consider themselves to be victims until they're in one of those compromising situations and wish they were somewhere else, right? These are people's daughters. He said he loves his kids so much. Then, if you love your kids and you spend any time with your children, you will realize this is a child. Gail asked him, what would you think if somebody did this to your children, the things you've been accused of? I had to arrest myself. Oh, I couldn't. Just blatant lies. To go in there and say everybody is lying, it's crazy. Ain't nobody gonna believe that shit, R. Kelly. And the thing is, yes, you have a very difficult case to try to make, but going on live and saying anything really is not helping you. When your attorneys advise you, do you even listen to them? I can't imagine. Whoever advised R.KELLY to do this damn interview needs to be disbarred. Incompetence. He needs to spend a little bit more money and get himself some real lawyers, because no real reputable lawyer would allow him to do that. And I haven't heard anything about lawyers quitting. A reputable attorney, one with a principled attorney, would have said, listen, if you're going to go on this Gayle King show, act a damn fool, stand up, beat your chest, I cannot represent you. But for a man who's surrounded by yes men, they probably say, yeah, it's a great idea, Mr. Kelly. It's crazy as hell. He should have shut his damn mouth and get the very best lawyers he could get and try to get out of a life sentence. That's what he should have did. They said he's facing 70 years. Of course, they always inflate that. But just the fact that he's gotten away with it for so long, and there's so many eyes on the case now, he could probably max out at 70 years, which is a life sentence. You never get out of that. What's the answer? Is there an answer? And nothing that is simple enough for me to understand. Or I don't know how he gets out of it. Disappeared to Venezuela some damn where? Some country without extradition? I can't think of anything else to do but run, boy, run. But don't let me get my video taken down and say I'm telling R.K. to run. I don't think R. Kelly's taking advice from me. But you're one of them ones that I don't see. What else can you do? And to add insult to injury, they're saying that he basically doesn't have any money. Some other people had to come out from outside. Some woman had to come and bail him out because he couldn't come up with $100,000. If you own property in these major cities, you own an apartment in New York City, you would think that you just be able to go down to the bank and just get the money on your using your property as collateral. He couldn't even do that, which tells me that all of the properties he's in are probably rented. You can always get out if you're a property owner, because they want to take the property. This man is probably renting. He doesn't even have enough money to buy a house. He's been signed up all of his damn royalties, or all his music. He done signed it off to these people on these various little deals through the years, but it seems like he doesn't own very much of anything. It's going to end horribly for this dude. I'm not a big R. Kelly fan, but I certainly like a lot of his songs, though. I'm not a big fan of anybody. I don't follow people. But he made some beautiful music. Why couldn't he just found enjoyment, pleasure in working? Just become a workaholic, go to therapy and tell him I'm still having these desires, and have somebody help you to get through with it. Get through it. According to AA or NA, I'm a drug addict, but I haven't done drugs in 17 years. Compulsion. I don't do it. Now, I consider myself deliberate, but some people will say, well, you're once an alcoholic, you're always an alcoholic. Once a drug addict, you're always a drug addict. So if you want to use that language, I'm a drug addict, even though I haven't used drugs in 17 years. And I suspect that this is the path R. Kelly should have gotten on when he had the opportunity. Deny himself. He didn't. And now he thinks he's so smart. I'm not commenting on him being illiterate, but that does contribute. Because at some point, it seemed like you could have got a tutor or someone to help you, just for your writing, for your art, and signing contracts constantly, and knowing what you're getting into. He could have stopped and concentrated on that. But he was so driven by his sexual desires that nothing else really mattered. Anyways, sad story. It's an awful story. Yeah, nothing else I can say about it. We're gonna get another big trial. We'll get ourselves some entertainment, another OJ trial. But I don't think he's gonna get off this time. I really don't. I don't see how he can. Not with this much attention put on this thing, and mainly not because you've gotten away with it. You walked on all the charges you had before. All of them. And then you come back before a judge now with 15, 20 more years of the same damn thing. They're not going to let you turn you loose on society again after this. So I do wish R.KELLY could continue to write. He can write on toilet paper and napkins and shit like that, send it out, I guess. Such a waste. It's a waste of talent. Could have been a big producer, you know. A lot of people in the music industry, even after they stop performing, they can still write. They can still run companies. He could have been Lucius Lyon. All right, people. I'm just giving you my comments. I know people are going to be talking about this thing today. This is R. Kelly. I don't think he has much sympathy. When I look at some of the coverage and some of the blogs and vlogs, I don't see a lot of compassion for R. Kelly. So you went on the stage now and showed us how explosive your temper is, how you can barely control yourself. I don't think his interview did anything, nothing, to help his case. Nothing. Perhaps his case can't even be helped anymore. But to go on there and, I mean, he couldn't even sit in his seat. He got so angry and emotional. That ain't going to dissuade anybody from thinking that you did the things you're accused of doing. That just shows you're not a person that's able to control himself. You know, so another sad story. All right, people. Later. What are your thoughts?